recovery today. Active recovery consists of stretching, mobility, those types of things. One of those hurt so good type of situations. So what you will need today is you will need a mat down on the ground. You will need some wall space because we're going to use the wall for a couple moves, and then a set of light weights. I'm going to use 8. So let's do arm circles forward. For cardio, we're going to do a jump to cross body punch. If you can't jump, that's okay. We'll talk about it here in a second. Extended arm foot tap, heel tap, jump rope, and a kneeling overhead reach, and that is the move that you will need the weights for. Let's go back. And open and close. 2, 1. So what we're going to do for this move, we are going to jump, and then we are going to do a cross body punch. Once you come back to the middle, we're going to jump. We're going to go the other direction. If you cannot jump, you're going to come up into a calf raise, tap out and punch, up into a calf raise, tap out and punch the other side, okay? Less than 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. We're going to do an extended arm foot tap. So arm all the way up. We're going to bring it all the way around. We're going to tap that foot and back up. We'll stick with one side for 30 seconds. When I say switch, we'll do the other side. If you can't get your foot up that high, you'll just tap your knee, okay? Make sure that core is engaged and you are breathing. Holding your breath isn't going to help. Trust me, I'm saying this as a chronic breath holder. 2, 1. I always think it's going to help me. For some reason it doesn't. So less than 10 seconds. Then we're going to go into a heel tap, jump rope. Again, if you can't jump, just hang out for a second, and I'll show you the modification. Okay, so we're going to tap a heel in front of us as our arms do the jump rope movement. If you cannot jump, just going to simply tap that foot out in front of you. Okay? Otherwise, I want you right here. To reach over with one arm, controlled on the way down, other side. If you're unable to use weights, or maybe you don't have weights, just gonna stand with our hands right here. We're gonna do the same movement, okay? We're still using our core, we're still very controlled. Over halfway done. Awesome job. First break here. Move around, get some steps in. Grab a drink of water. Bring that heart rate down a little bit. A little bit longer here. Deep breaths. All right, friends, we're gonna go back into that jump to crossbody punch. So let's do that. Halfway done. Keep moving. Nice job. Extended arm foot taps. So gonna bring down the intensity just a bit here. Two, one, nice job. A few more seconds. 2, 1, heel tap jump rope. Don't forget you can just tap it out here if you need to, but I want those arms moving as if you're doing a jump rope, okay? Keep going, I gotta tie my shoe. Way over halfway done. Three, two, one. Nice job. Oh. Kneeling overhead. Reach. I don't know, for whatever reason, thought we had another cardio move in there. We do not, though. I'm not complaining. Although I have grown to appreciate cardio over the last several months, still not my favorite. little break here, knock out the rest of this cardio, and move on to the active recovery. Weather is so nice here in Missouri right now. Holy shit, it's nice. It's like 71 degrees. Like, I don't know what this is. I feel like when things like this happen, I'm like, you know, what's the catch? Jumps across body punch. Friends, let's finish this up. But we're just gonna enjoy it while it's here. So I think it's supposed to be here until like mid next week, maybe. Halfway done. Extended arm foot tap. Two, one, heel tap jump rope. Then we'll do our core move, and then we'll move on. Three, two, one. Awesome work, friends. Let's do that overhead reach. Two, one. Awesome work, friends. You can go ahead and put these away, so we will not need them anymore today. All right, friends. So we're gonna start be standing and using a wall for both those moves. And then the third and fourth, we're gonna come down to the ground, okay? I tell you the names, but for the most part, it just doesn't mean anything to anybody. So they're definitely moves you can just jump in on. So that's what we're gonna do. So make sure you find a spot near a wall, because you may have to put your hand on that wall or hold on to something. We're gonna start with leg swings. So we're gonna bring that leg back, we're gonna swing it out, and we're gonna open those hips up. This is a good move if you are somebody who gets tight hips. Start a little bit lower, and as it loosens up, you can kick a little higher. I do this before my gym workout every week. 2, 1, other side. So if you're a gym goer, might need to add this to your warm-up if you don't already do this. Always trying to prevent those injuries. Should not be doing static stretches before 2, 1, before we work out. Static stretches are stretches where you just hold. Should be doing movements, stretches that are like moving, right? All right, put your hands on the wall, and we are going to let our chest fall so it stretches out our back and our shoulders. Sorry, I'm kind of putting my booty to you, but you should also be at a wall looking at the ground, so shouldn't really be seeing anything. So really stretch that chest out. You might also feel a stretch in your posterior chain, so your glutes, hamstrings, calves. Let it stretch all the way out. Almost there. 2, 1, nice job. Come down to the ground. We're gonna go into a cobra to a pike. So we are gonna push up into that cobra. Then we're gonna lower down, tuck those toes, all the way back into that pike. Okay, gonna hold it for both moves for a few seconds. Lower down, push up into that cobra, let it stretch. You can also do this on your forearms if this is too much of a stretch for you right now. Come down, all the way back into that pike. Way over halfway done. After this move, we are going to come onto our backs. Three, 2, 1. Come onto your back. What we're going to do is we're going to lay both legs flat, and then one leg at a time. We're going to bring into kind of a marching, and then we're going to rotate it out and bring it all the way around. Then we're going to do the other side, okay? If you want to, you can kind of do like me. Once you're up in this position, kind of gently pull back into a little bit deeper stretch, and then let it come all the way out and around. Should feel real good on the hips. Again, kind of one of those hurts so good type situations. Three, 2, 1. Nice job, friends. find somewhere where you're comfortable, something to hold on to. Just swing that leg back and forth. Open those hips up. The hell is this playlist? You're like, Ashley, you turned it on. I know. But sometimes I turn on one playlist and then like once that playlist is done, it just jumps to something random. 3, 2, 1. It could be the same playlist, but it doesn't feel like the same vibes. Almost there, friends. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right. So put those hands on the wall. Let that chest fall. Stretch out everything. Chest, back, shoulders, posterior chain. Really hold it in that stretch. If you need to come out for a second, that's fine, but then go right back into it, okay? The longer you stretch, the more those muscles will start to relax. Halfway done. Marching hip circles. So bring one leg up, do a little deeper stretch if you want to, bring it out and come all the way around. Oof. Really like this one. Might have to add this to like a nightly mobility and stretching routine. Woo. Three, 2, 1. Awesome job, friends. Another short break here. Okay, microphone. Sorry about that. Hopefully nothing broke there. All right, so we're gonna move on to our deeper stretching portion of this. We'll have a kneeling core stretch. Kneeling core stretch. There we go. Cat-cow, wide feet, ceiling reach, and a deep squat stretch. I'm not confused, I just can't read my own handwriting, so. All right, friends, we're gonna come down and we're gonna kneel on one leg, we're gonna bring that elbow towards our leg, and then we're gonna lean back, okay? Hold each position for a few seconds. Three, two, one, other side. Same thing. Three, two, one. Cat-cow. So roll that spine up, arching that back, and then release it. Let that belly fall. Then push back up. Rounding that spine again, bringing the hips in. Halfway done. Roll that spine back up. Keep breathing. Let that belly fall. And let's arch up one more time here. And release for 3, 2, 1. All right, we're gonna come back onto our feet. We're gonna take those feet wide, friends. We're gonna push those hips back. We're gonna reach to the floor if you can with one arm. If you can't, that's okay. Just kind of as far as you feel a stretch. We're gonna take our other arm and we're gonna reach up. Three, two, one. We're gonna bring the other hand down and the other hand up. Squat. Now, if you cannot get down in a deep squat, you're going to keep your hands on your knees here. You're going to push out, kind of on your knees, and then you'll do the other side. Okay? But otherwise, I want you down here. If you can get down here, then I want you pushing out on those knees, and we're going to kind of sway back and forth. Push up out of this for a second, you can. Then come back down. We're gonna go back into that deep squat. I know this is one of those kind of hurt so good type things. Like you can't really decide if you like it or not. It will help those hips though. All about healthy joints around here. Three, two, one. Awesome work, friends. That is the workout for today. So, if you are part of the program, take your picture, check it in the community. I will see you all on Monday. If you are joining us from YouTube, thank you for joining us. Hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you all next week.